Hi everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today we'll be visiting the Calgary Zoo. Calgary Zoo is a great location if you want to take your toddlers out, get them to walk around and see the animals. I enjoyed my child's reaction to all the animals that he saw, so it was definitely a good visit. So we come to the zoo and we pack. I think it's about $12 for a whole day. So you park in the parking lot, which is right in front of the entrance, or you can park in a park and ride and then take the train as it stops directly at the zoo. I enjoyed watching the gorillas. This is the newest mom. She's given a Yoruba name, Yewande, and she's holding her baby. I think this is the second to newest baby. Is a little older. I think he's about 2 years old. But Mama is just chewing kale and holding her newborn. I think her newborn is about 3 months old. It was so cute to watch everyone. It was so cute to watch the toddler play with the newborn and how the mom will show him the way. The flamingos were spectacular. Definitely love seeing that pink everywhere. The penguin, so the penguin has like an outside and indoor arena. In the winter, they come outside. In the summer, they stay inside in the cold. The meerkats were definitely adorable. So cute. I loved watching them. We also got to see some crocodiles. I think they're Egyptian crocodiles, and the fascinating giraffes. Then we saw the hippopotamus swimming inside and sunbathing outside. I think zebra is one of my favorite animals. I love that black and white stripe. Fascinating. I like the way the Calgary Zoo is constructed. When it comes to the warm-blooded animals from Africa, that location is called Destination to Africa. And then I think they have something about Asia. I can't remember what the word is. But you have something about Asia, and all the animals that originally come from Asia will be put in that location. So you have the gorillas in Destination to Africa, and you have other animals there as well. Also, the architecture in that area is going to be like Africa themed. You have safaris, huts. The restaurant there it has this African vibe, this village hot vibe. I really liked it. And the way the natural environment is constructed for the animals is familiar. I believe they did that. So they're familiar to the natural habitat. Even though they are locked off for prolonged periods of time, they're still going to be in a place that is free, is big, and is very familiar to what they will be living in their natural habitat. And so here we're going to see the flamingos. My son's mouth was just, oh, like every time he watched the flamingos, I really enjoyed seeing that. I love the flamingos. They're just, oh, flamingos. It's just beautiful. And I love how nature and how God creates all of that, like how they come about their pink color and everything. So this is also again in the penguin, what's it called now? I've forgotten what it's called, the penguin area. This is the indoor. So we went in the summer and the penguins were indoors. I like seeing them swim. I definitely love watching the penguin walk. It was really cute. And their babies or the older ones, and they have different species of different types of penguins. They have ones that have the yellow spot on their belly, and ones that do not have that yellow spot on their belly. See, my son is like, wow. I just loved that reaction every time he did that. I know he's pretty much young to remember all of this, and it was quite expensive to go to the zoo, but that reaction was everything to me. It was everything. And so they have a dinosaur area as well. They call it the prehistoric park. So everything there is
So peaceful.
dinosaur themed, dinosaur eggs. I loved walking the walkways, the trails. I mean, if you want to burn some calories, the zoo is definitely a good spot to go to. I do wish it was a bit more affordable. So for our visit, I think we paid about $70, and that was because we did not pay for my baby. My baby is under 3, and I think under 3 is free. So that was just for me and my sister, and I think it was $35 per person. So we got to see camels. I think this is a Basitran camel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, but they had different types of camels in that zoo, which was very nice. I like that they don't just have one animal or just a male and female animal of that name. They have different species, they have different types, and I love this garden architecture or constructions. Like they would make a shape of, say, like you just saw a fish, and then they will plant moss and some other plants inside, and then they would take care of it. They will shape it in a way that it's green. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I think they call it, there's a garden there where you have different types. You have them in zebra shapes and cougar shapes, and it's just plants, really. You have the snake one is very funny because the head comes out one side of the zoo and then the tail on another part of the zoo. It's very nice there. When we walked into the indoor garden, we got to watch a show. The zookeepers put on a show for us. They were singing and dancing. Oh my goodness, it was so lively. You cannot hesitate but dance. My son definitely enjoyed that. Every time he hears music, he just dances and he loves it. So it was cool for him because we went right up there. I was jumping and dancing and enjoying the show. So they did that for a minute before before they stopped singing. I don't know if these are original songs from them, or I'm not sure, but the kids definitely loved it. They sang and entertained both parents and kids, which was nice. Yeah, you can see my baby is like, yes, guys, Bob, guys, let's dance. Just enjoying himself, really. I'm glad we came on a warm day. What's crossing my mind right now is if we put on enough sunscreen on that day, because that was the only thing. The sun was quite hot. So I definitely recommend going to the zoo in the summer. I've been there a couple times in the winter, but you can't see a lot of animals. Number one. Number two, most of them will be indoors. They'll be kept out of sight. They do have like a good zoo, what's the word, performance or collection for the winter. They have the Canada wilds or the Canadian wilds. So you see mountain goats and cougars and bears. The bears will usually be hibernating at this time. You see wolves, polar bears. So they do have a good winter spot, just like it's cold. Who wants to be working for hours in the cold? You take more breaks than you would like to. Who wants to stay in the zoo for too long? Even if you're going to spend your whole day there, you still want to do a lot. So I think this is when we were in the Asia side of the zoo, and we were seeing some animals there. Yes, this is what I was trying to explain. This is a shape of a fish, but the plants see more, so different types of plants within that, and just take care of it in such a good way. It's beautiful. Papa is getting tired. It's time to sleep. It's time for a snack and a nap. That's another thing. Like next time, anyways, by the time I take my son to the zoo again, I believe he will be old enough to kind of really enjoy being there. And I hope like you're not just old enough to enjoy, but also remember everything that he's seeing, and he has enough fun. And then also feeding will be good for them, because at this point he was still taking milk. It was a warm day. By the time we walked to where we'll have lunch, some of his food was already going bad. So that was one downside to taking him there too early. The truth is, they don't remember most of these things. And I don't know what age they will start remembering. I want to say 5, but to be honest, I can't remember how many things I did when I was 5 years old, So I don't know. And I think they will have school trips there as well. So there is that. But apart from going to the zoo, I think you could do other activities. There was Telos Park, but then you have to pay for that as well. And if these children are not going to remember all the stuff, I go to the zoo for free because I work with people who have to go to the zoo. So going to the zoo for me as an adult and enjoying those sites is not a problem. But taking my son, who probably not remember all of this at a very high cost, why? But not that you're not gonna have fun in the moment. I always think, what's the value of this outing? It's good in the moment. I'm sure they love what they're seeing, but I'm sure you're not gonna remember all of this stuff. That's just me. And I think some parents think the same way. I want to take him to Disneyland, for example, but I just think, like, if I'm gonna fly all the way to one of these cities, say Los Angeles, and pay all that money to go into Disneyland, and you don't remember any of this stuff. I mean, I'm not a kid, I don't care. So, but you could definitely see the joy. They're probably enjoying it in the moment. Calgary Zoo is very big, so you have to kind of choose spots in the zoo that you want to visit for every time you go. So for this visit, we try to cover as much as possible. We definitely did destination to Africa. We did the garden. We did Asia. We didn't get to see Canada Wilds. We did the prehistoric park where you have all the dinosaurs. Yeah, so it's very big. You can't do everything in one day, except like you go in the morning, you have breakfast, you have lunch, you have dinner. It's big, so that's good. Like you never run out of things to see and do. There's a playground there as well for the kids to take a break and play. I love the hippopotamus sunbathing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely stop by the zoo if you visit Calgary, and subscribe. Bye.